Hello guys, how's it going, and welcome to just kind of a quicker kind of video, I guess. I wanted to record and log my way up to getting that Reaper book and doing my Reaper tasks and stuff like that, just to kind of judge like what bosses I'm going to get the best loot from, generally what I'm going to get the best drops from and more often from and stuff like that. To see who's profitable, who's not, and what's kind of worth skipping, what isn't. I'm not really a great bosser by any means. Pretty much anything in God Wars 1 and 2 I'll do. I want to try Araxor. I haven't tried Araxi or anything like that. I probably won't do Talos, but yeah. But most things I will do. I don't do Legions just because I don't see the point. You know, they don't really drop anything that's worth the cost of the keys and stuff to get the fuck in there. So I'm not really gonna do those, but yeah. I'm a very selective person when it comes to bossing, but I had Zamorak obviously this task, so I went to Zami boss, and I was hoping for something. I did Sarah yesterday, and I got a shitty amulet, Saradomin's Hiss, but I got 2 Armosebos as well. I stayed for the full hour, but I mean, still, that's only like 40-50 kills or something like that, right? So it was pretty nice to have that. It was a really good trip. I wish I'd recorded that one. Zamorak, on the other hand, really sucked. Like, really sucked. If the minions didn't drop way too many wine to Zamorak, this trip would have been a complete bust. Like, I would have not even come close to making my money back, because the boss just drops nothing. Like, a couple of rune ores, some lance, a couple of rune items, a couple of skimmies and a rune plate. That's pretty much it. Like, it was pretty bad. No rare drops at all, nothing like that. I was hoping for, even a hilt, right? Like, something. Not even a god sword shard. Like, it was pretty bad. I was really hoping for something like, subjugation robes or something like that. I mean, I have them already, but I mean, like the top and bottom and stuff like that's still worth a few mil. So I was hoping for something like that, but I'd be fine with pretty much anything at all. But it's just nothing at all. It was really bad. The minions, on the other hand, dropped quite a bit of Wine of Zamorak. Now, because of DXP and because Wine of Zamorak are used in potion making and stuff like that, they were worth quite a bit of money. Pretty much every time they were dropping, it was at least 60k, and quite often it was about 100k. They drop a max, I believe, of 10 at a time, and they dropped those quite often. So, and Wine of Zamorak are just about 10k. So it was the minions that made this trip profitable, because the Wine of Zamorak alone were quadruple everything else. They were about 1 mil, I believe, is what I made off of just Wine of Zamorak. So if you're gonna do Zamorak for Reaper task, or just go to Zamorak for anything at all, I would definitely kill the minions and pick up the Wine of Zamorak, because they are what is going to make you your money if you don't get a drop. Because this boss itself just sucked so hard. Like, man, oh man, it was a shit trip. It really was. It was absolute crap. But to each their own. I guess realistically, my RNG shouldn't be that great because of my Sarah trip there. I got 3 drops in the span of an hour. So, I mean, realistically, no, I'm not owed anything, but it kind of sucked. And what really sucked too is at the start of the trip, after my second kill, I was down on prayer, because he does this whole jump in the air and hit you down with the prayer thing, and that drains quite a bit of prayer. So I'm like, oh well, I'll use the altar for this one, and instead of wasting a prayer pot dose, and I teleported out by accident. So I had to get kill count again. I only had like 20 kill count because I'd only done like 2-3 kills, and then I also had to pay another 200k for the room, because I'm not going into the regular encounter for free, because the respawn rate is atrocious, just atrocious. So yeah, I ended up spending 400k on the fucking room. So thanks to those Wine of Zamis, I came out profiting. Even with the gear and stuff I used, I probably profited about 200k from the trip. But I mean, it just sucked. It was just a really poor trip for me. I just made a lot of dumb mistakes and stuff, probably because I did it in the morning and I was only half awake. That's probably the reason why. But yeah, I did it, whatever. got my Reaper points and stuff, and yeah. So if you're going to Zammy, just pick up the wines. Trust me on this. If you don't get a drop, at least you're going to make your money back on the wines. So yeah. Other than that, though, guys, that is it. I will probably do one of these for every time I do a boss and stuff. Mostly, if it's God Wars 1, I'm going to solo it. Like, a couple of buddies of mine, we duo and trio stuff in God Wars 2. We did Twin Furies last night because my friend Alex, that was his task, so we trioed that and did that, and we made 2 or 3 mil a pop or something like that, so it wasn't too bad realistically. But when it comes to God Wars 1, I solo it. I don't bring anybody with me unless it's like my friend Ken, who's kind of lower level, the poor guy. He needs help with like Zammy or something, but generally I just don't bring people with me because it's not worth it. And this shows, right? Like, this really shows that it's just not worth it, because the split would have been like, 300, 400k, so it was just not worth it. And I didn't even stay for the full hour. I just basically stayed until I just got bored. So I was like, oh, this is kind of stupid. I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go finish my my Ice Strike Worms task, right? So it's, yeah, God Wars, I'm probably going to solo, but, if you see more than one person, it's generally because I'm in God Wars 2 or something like that. But other than that, though, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.